Never mind, Bricks and Breeze, welcome. Thank you for joining. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to see you. Y'all gonna fire me for not starting early, for not starting on time. Color Maze Bricks, welcome everybody. Brick Tina, my friend, Lady Bricker, Marcy, Wally, thanks for joining. Have you seen the Fantastic Four yet? I have not. I have not seen it. I keep hearing good things about it, but I have not seen it. DW, welcome. Thanks for joining Sip and Build Fridays. It is finally Friday. I don't know how your week went, but man, it was a long week. A very long week. Morty, how's it going? I see that y'all have been doing brick challenges and bike riding and all kinds of fun stuff over there. I hope you had a great birthday, Wally. I hope everybody has had a great week so far. I have had, even it has been a doozy of a week. Like, I cannot lie about that. Shane, my friend, about to start my brickheads. Thank you for saving them for Friday, godson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll pop it in to see the build. Yes, I'm working on it. Oh my gosh. Listen, we're sorting, so much sorting. I refuse. Just forget it. Forget all the sorting. I'm done. Debbie, my friend, welcome. Thanks for coming. Smooth week. I don't know how I did not have a smooth week this week. Listen, this week has been a doozy in all different kinds of ways. Lego Rama, thanks for joining. Welcome to Sip and Build Fridays. I am building this Friday, and listen, I have so much to tell y'all about. If you have not, may join you on sorting. Yes, everybody get in, everybody sort. I will live through y'all vicariously as you sort your bricks. I just cannot do it. I tried. I keep trying. You know, I don't know. And everybody, everybody keeps saying, oh, it just makes your life so much easier. And it does. I'm not going to lie. Like, if I'm looking for a part and I know exactly where to go find it, it does make it like 10 times easier. But I also don't really mind searching through the big bucket either. So I think until I get super tired of doing that and I like force myself to sort, I'm just gonna keep going. Let's hear the One Piece propaganda. Oh girl, I got plenty for you. I'm just trying to wait till everybody gets settled in, get your drinks, get your builds, get settled, so you can wait to hear everything I have to tell you about One Piece, because I literally just turned it off just now. Like, listen, I might have to put my microphone on for this one because I want everybody to be able to hear me. So I'm building the One Piece. This is Parties. If you have seen One Piece, then you know. If you know, you know. If you have not seen One Piece, don't worry, I'm gonna tell you all about it. But this is Parties. Hey Lisa, thanks for joining. Brick Dynasty, thanks for joining. This is where Luffy hangs out. So this is Luffy. If you've not seen One Piece, I'm here to give you all the cliff notes, and hopefully when you leave, maybe you'll want to go check it out. Let me start this off by saying, I am not a pirate girly. I'm not an anime girly. I'm not an expert in either pirates or anime. All of the knowledge that I have about both came within the last week. Okay, so I'm not an expert. So anything I say is based on what I have learned over the last few days. Let me just preface it by saying that. Can't wait for next season. Oh my gosh. Yes, Tina girl, get your notepad. Let me get you what you need. Let me get you the goods, okay? So this is Luffy. Do you see Luffy? Luffy is the quirkiest, and I think this is why I like it, because I'm really quirky myself. But Luffy is the quirkiest, like, protagonist I have ever seen in a show. Lisa, girl, don't worry about it. I didn't know nothing about One Piece either, but here we are. I'm here to share all that I know for all who is interested. So One Piece is about pirates. I'm going to try to tell you the story, but not tell you too much, because I think that everybody should watch it, especially if you plan. Joel, my friend, thanks for joining. Especially if you plan on getting one or more of the sets. If you're anything like me, like, I don't like to build stuff and not know what it is. So let me just help you out. One Piece is about pirates. So this pirate his name was Gold Roger. Yes, Gold Roger was his name. They did a great job staying true to the animated version. Oh, let me tell you about, listen, don't even get me started. Two Humble Bricks, thanks for joining. Shala Basita, thanks for joining. Welcome to Sip and Bill Fridays. Y'all are just in time for me to try to explain One Piece to everybody. Okay, so Gold Roger was the pirate king, right? Hey Dre, welcome. Be careful on your way home. So that means you're going to get the ship. I don't know if I want the ship more than I want the Baratia. I think that's how you say it. I want to pronounce it the right way, the Baratia. And if you haven't seen it, it's the big set. It's the $300 set. It's like shaped like a fish. But I want that one more because of the story behind it. Oh my God. Okay, so but the ship has a cute story too. I just don't have anywhere to put a ship, if I'm being totally honest. I don't have nowhere to put that Baratia either. But I would find a space for that before I would find a space for the ship. But anyway, so Gold Roger is a pirate king. He is about to be executed because, you know, pirates are thieves. So he been on a run, right? Baratie, yes, thank you. I knew it was somebody that was here that's going to keep me honest. Okay, so thank you, Baratie. All right. So Gold Roger is a pirate king. You know, pirates are thieves. So he been on a run. Like, and when I tell you, he was like the kingpin. He was the top, right? So he finally got caught. Chrissy, thanks for joining. Okay, so listen, let me also preface by saying this. My description is going to be the way that I interpret it. Just stay with that, okay? Hang in there with me, all right? So he's the kingpin. So he got caught. So they about to take him out. He's about to be executed. So basically they were like, you have any last words? And he was like, oh yeah, I got some last words for you. So he gets up on the platform or whatever, and somebody in the crowd, because, you know, back in the day, everybody used to come and watch people get executed. So, you know, these people are under like the rule of the king, and I don't know for sure if he was called a king. I don't think they called them kings. I don't know, okay? But he was the leader. Sebastian and Ty, thanks for joining. We're just getting cooking on the One Piece conversation. So he was the leader, but you know, he was pretty much a tyrant, I think. Is that the right word to use? He was mean. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. He was a mean leader. So his people didn't really like him anyway. So Gold Roger gets on the platform or whatever, and somebody's like, tell us where your treasure is. Tell us, you know, because they knew he was rich. They knew he was balling out of control. And they knew he had found all kinds of wealth and all that stuff because he was this big pirate. He was the kingpin. They knew he had all of the riches or whatever. So he gets on the platform. They're about to execute him. And in the Netflix series, now I have learned, because I did start watching the anime, about to start watching it again. Yes. Okay. So I started watching the anime after I finished Netflix. Let me preface it by saying Netflix is only 8 episodes. And the anime version started in 1997. There are over 1,000 episodes. So I suggest watching the Netflix version to see if you like it. It gives you all of the main character, like all of the main story arcs, and then dive into the anime. The storyline is a little different, but of course, because they tried to cram 1,000 episodes into 8. So on the Netflix episode, the king kind of reaches in and was like, oh, I got you now. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Like, oh, I got you now. You'll never cause chaos in this country again, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I got something for you. Don't worry about it. Watch me cause this chaos. So the guy screams like, where's your treasure? He was like, leave here, take to the seas. All that I have, all that I've ever gained, all the money, all the fame, all the wealth is in the seas. We need gen subtitles and commentaries to all shows. Listen, I might start doing this because I need people to talk to about the TV shows. So this might be a thing. I don't know. Okay, but so he was like, everything that I have is in the sea. So take to the sea. So basically leave here. Y'all get out of here. Ain't nothing here. Like, y'all don't want to be under him anyway. So go to the sea. Take everything you have. Go out there and find it. Is that what I left? Everything I found is out there. So this is what started the pirate era. So Gem Math says that Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Hook, all the pirates that I know in my mind started after Gold Roger was like, psh, y'all, being in captivity is whack. Go find what I left. Like, it's a bunch of gold and all that stuff out there. Go find it, right? Boom. So that's the pirate era. So everybody is now a pirate. You know what happens when everybody try to be gangster. It don't work out for everybody, but you know, that's what happened. So that's how it all happens. So everybody's trying to be a pirate. Everybody wants to find all of the gold. I don't really know why they call it the One Piece, but that's what it ended up being called. All of the wealth, all of the gold, all of the money, they call it the One Piece. Like, so that's the title. Blaze, Cypher Disney, thanks for joining. So that's the One Piece. All right, so fast forward to Luffy. Now in the Netflix version, the show opens up with Luffy on this boat. And the boat is full of food, basically. Like, you see the barrels, but then like you see like fruit, and it's a barrel of fish that he knocks over and some others. It's just a bunch of food. We learned that Luffy likes to eat. We learned very early on Luffy likes to eat. So it's just this little scrawny boy with this straw hat on, this red vest, and this blue shorts. That's his uniform. Artsy Bricks, thanks for joining, my friend. And so he's on this boat. Well, he's talking to this seagull, and he's telling this seagull, like, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. And it's laughable, right? Because he's like this scrawny dude. Me too, Luffy. Yes, exactly. That's where he stole my heart, was when I found out he liked to eat. So he was like, you know, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. And you see Luffy, like, this is all Luffy gives. Like, this smile, just this little scrawny body is laughable. So he like, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, and I'm gonna get a crew, and everybody's gonna bow down to me. The Bricks Malconian, thanks for joining. And so he asked the seagull, he's like, are you gonna be a part of my crew? And the seagull looks at him and is like, nah, bruh. And he just flies off. He didn't say that, but like, that's how he looked at him, and he just flew off. And so you immediately have this sense of like, oh, for Luffy, like, look at him, he's so cute, he just want to be king of the pirates. So he in the show, he like floats up on this boat. The boat belongs to this pirate. So you meet the first pirate. Her name is Alvira, I want to say. I think her name is Alvira. And Alvira has convinced her whole crew, of course, that she's the biggest, meanest, baddest pirate in the sea. So they're all brainwashed. They all believe that she's the biggest, meanest, baddest pirate. And so one of her little crewmen or whatever, basically somebody she has enslaved, this little boy, he wants to be a Marine. So the Marine are like the cops. So how crazy is it that this little boy that she has captive really wants to be a cop? That's like, this little boy is like in a gang, and but he really wants, you know, you get it, right? You get what I'm saying. After we talking about the anime One Piece, my brother watches the cartoon version. Yes. So I'm talking about the Netflix version at the moment, but I'm going to tell you how it crisscrosses into the anime version. So in the Netflix version, they stumble upon the boat. This is where he meets Kobe. Kobe, if you have I think Kobe is in, I want to say he's in Arlong's Park. I have Arlong Park too. Arlong comes later. But Kobe's super cute little boy. He's got pink hair and glasses. And it's kind of cool because I don't watch anime. This is my very first time watching anime after I watched the Netflix version. But you know, they're always colorful. They always have like features that make them stand out. And so they kept that in the Netflix version too. So Kobe has pink hair, big glasses. Totally stands out. Mike, thanks for joining. Welcome, my friend. Lego Love Lab, thanks for joining. So, okay. So he stumble upon this boat and he meets Kobe. So Kobe, in the middle of the night, is like, what are you doing here? Like, you're going to die. Alvira, if she finds you on this boat, she's going to kill you. So he's like, Luffy's attitude the whole time is like, whatever, like, okay, you think she's gonna kill me? I don't think so, but we'll see. Like, she's not gonna beat me. She's not better than me. So they get to chit-chatting or whatever, and he finds out he wants to be a Marine, and he's like, so why don't you? And what I love about Luffy the whole time is that his attitude is like, so why don't you? So what's stopping you? And like who's like, why would I stop you from fulfilling your dream? Or who am I to stop you from doing what you want to do? Like, that's his whole vibe. The Netflix version is not near the anime version. I wouldn't say that because I just started watching the anime version. Now, what I will say is the Netflix version, they stretched it out a lot to keep it, I guess, interested. But you have to realize, like, this has been on since 1997. They had to do what they could because nobody's going to watch 1,000 episodes on Netflix. It's just not going to happen. Rella Bricks, thanks for joining. So I wouldn't say it was better. I would say if you've never watched anime before, if you don't know anything about One Piece, I would suggest watching the Netflix version first so you get the story and you see if you're interested in the story, and then if you like it, go watch the anime version because then you get more of the story. Like, you learn more details about the people that you already know about. That's just my 2 cents about it. Go about it how you wish, but this is just me telling you about it. Love you too, Rella Bricks. Okay, so this is just me telling you about it from my perspective again. So he rose up on this boat. So here comes Alvira, because, you know, Luffy, again, he don't care. He making all kind of noise. It's the middle of the night. So she wakes up. She like, who are you? No, she like, no, I know who you are. You're the pirate hunter that they sent to kill me. Because, you know, she thinks she the baddest. And now the first time we meet her, before Luffy gets to her boat, they do like this scene of her like being a tyrant on her boat. And there's this guy on there, and she's like, I know you're coming to get me. And he's like, not really. We weren't even looking for you. And she was like, I know my name is at the top of the list. And she was like, I think she told him to name a couple people on the list or something like that. And he started naming people, and she was like, I know my name was on the list. He was like, you weren't even on the list, girl. We ain't even thinking about you. Like, that's basically what he was telling her. She was nowhere near, but in her mind, she's the baddest, so they got to be coming to look for her. So she see Luffy, and she like, oh, you gotta be Zoro. And so we're gonna get to Zoro. But he's like, no, I'm not. My name is Monkey D. Luffy, and I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Like, he tells everybody this. And Luffy, at some point, like, I said out loud a couple times, like, Luffy, you gotta chill. Like, Luffy has no chill. He has no, like, he's like a kid. I don't know how old Luffy is in this movie, but they start, like, you know, you start to see flashbacks from his childhood and stuff like that. So he is kind of like, I guess, teenage years, but like, he has no fear at all. He's very fearless. Memphis Bricks, thanks for joining. So she's like, oh, I know you came to, he's like, no, I'm not a pirate hunter. I would never be a pirate hunter. I'm a pirate, and I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. And she looking at him like, yeah, right, because that's everybody's goal. Everybody's goal is to find Gold Roger's treasure and be king of the pirates. So if you look at her and look at him, you're like, dude, you have no chance. Luffy says, screw that, I'm be king of the pirates. So she looking at him like, yeah, right, I'm about to take you out and we're gonna move on. Like, we're gonna keep going. They start tussling, and Luffy, I forget what happens when we find out that Luffy is basically made of rubber. Smith Bricks and Impro Drake, thanks for joining. Welcome to Sip and Bill Fridays. We are talking about One Piece, the Netflix version. So it's the version that Lego based their sets on, and I'm trying to build, but I'm so excited to tell y'all about this. Y'all know how this goes. I probably won't build this tonight, but I promise to build it. My mom, thanks for joining. Welcome. So, okay, so they start fighting, and that's when we find out that Luffy is made of rubber. So if you're not into fantasy, if you're not into like action, because I'm not into any of that. Let me be the first to tell you, like, Game of Thrones was the first and last kind of fantasy themed thing I have ever seen. I had never seen an episode of One Piece either, and that's why I'm so geeked to tell you about it. So here we are. But so it was weird for me, because when he started stretching, I'm like, okay, y'all about to lose me. But you can't help but be intrigued. He's like the kid from The Incredibles. Or was it the mom? It was the mom from The Incredibles. She stretched just like that. That's Luffy. So the lady looking at him like, what in the world? And Kobe looking at him like, oh, this how you gonna be king of the pirates. I get it now. And so everybody that he meets that he likes, just like he asked the Seagull, like, are you gonna be on my crew? And the Seagull was like, no. He asked Kobe, like, so after Kobe found out Game of Thrones and House of Dragons are the series to watch. Yeah, I agree. Like, if you have not seen Game of Thrones, I could probably sell you on that too, because I was not sold on Game of Thrones, and I watched it, and oh my gosh. Okay, but back to One Piece. So he asked, after he defeats Alvira, as we all know he would. I hope I'm not telling too much. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he's going to defeat people along the way. Like, I'm not going to tell you all of the spoilers, but I want to like tell you enough so that you know you're dangerous enough to go watch it. I love my bricks. Thanks for joining. So he asked Kobe, like, bro, you see what I could do? Like, you've seen my work. Are you going to come and be on my crew? I'm going to be king of the pirates. Are you coming? And Kobe was like, no, I want to be a Marine. I'm not going to be a part of your crew. So he like, all right, fine. Stay here, do what you want to do. Or come with me and be on my crew. Kobe was like, I'll come with you, but I'm not being on your crew. Like, and that's really, like, as they go along, I'm not going to tell you too much about what happens, like, as they go along. But that's kind of the theme. Like, he meets people along the way and does some incredible stuff. And he's like, so you going to be a part of my crew? And they're like, nah, bro, I'll hang out with you. Like, we could be cool. It's kind of like we could be cool, but not in public. Like, it's kind of like that kind of vibe until, like, they really, like, get to know him. I liked One Piece. I watched the Netflix series too. Way too many anime episodes, so I cheated. Yes, I did the same thing. However, I can say that I started watching the anime version. And first of all, it's good to watch when you build, because you don't necessarily have to watch it. You could just listen and still get, like, especially after you watch the Netflix version. The episodes are only 25 minutes, which is why it's so many of them. But it's 25 minutes. They're quick. They're entertaining. I didn't know anime had cussing in it. Like, I was not aware of that. I don't know where I've been, but I didn't know that they was cussing in anime. So there's some cussing in there. I don't know if you want to watch it with your kids. It's not a whole lot, like, but there is some in there. But so it's entertaining. I enjoyed it. Like, I did not think I would. But it's just throughout the whole storyline, there's lessons, of course. Like, there's a heartthrob, I guess you could call him. When you do meet Zoro, when you see him, he's like this K-pop kind of heartthrob. In the cartoon, he is too, kind of like this dark, mysterious, kind of like heartthrob kind of character. But in the live action version on Netflix, you can definitely tell, like, they went and found the hottest K-pop guy they could find, I feel like. And they made him into Zoro, but he's like, his goal is to be the number one swordsman. I think the number one swordsman in the world or something like that. He made a promise that that is what he was going to be. So again, but he is a pirate hunter. So he is like the complete opposite of Luffy, yet they end up hooking up. Nami is another girl that's in the crew. I don't like her since the beginning, like since her first scene of the show. At first, like, the very first scene of the Netflix show, I was like, oh, they did her dirty. And then after you see what happens, I was like, oh, you gotta watch her. You gotta watch her. I said that the first 5 minutes after we meet Nami, I'm like, you gotta watch her. And every time, listen, I'm not gonna lie, until like the last 2 episodes, I was like, why are we still, like, go push her off the side of the boat somewhere. I was done with Nami, okay? Like, up until the end. The Daily Dose of Bricks, thanks for joining. I was done. I didn't want anything to do with her because she was shady. Like, her character, she's a thief. She's a con person. Yeah, sorry, Shane. It is on Netflix. If you want to watch the animated version, the one, like, series 1, episode 1 until the one that's now, that's one. There's a One Piece collection. They have One Piece movies on there. It's all kinds of, like, it's a bunch of One Piece stuff on there, so you can just have at it. But yeah, I was not feeling Nami at all. So much so that I went and looked at my box. I was like, if I got her minifig, I'm not even using it. She gonna go in the box somewhere because I just don't fool with Nami. And again, I did not until the last, I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but until the last few episodes. Before that, I was like, and Luffy is very caring, and he's the kind of person that once you're his friend regardless of what you do. Like, even how he met Zoro, like, the first time in the way he met Zoro on the Netflix series was different from the way he met Zoro on the anime series. But the way he met Zoro in the Netflix series was from afar. Not Jim threatening. Oh yeah, listen, she was gonna go in the box. I was not even gonna put her in my city because I don't mess with her. But I had to finish watching the show. Is all I'm saying. But the way that that Luffy and Kobe meet Zoro in the show, they meet him from afar. Again, I'm not gonna give you too much, but long story short, Zoro ends up sacrificing himself for this little girl, and so that kind of gets him bound up. And then Luffy literally accidentally stumbles across him. I had a feeling she had a deeper story. Yeah, but I wasn't really trying to get to know it. Like, after a while, I was just like, be done with her. This is the only... Fool me once, shame on me. Or however to say it. But she was fooling him too many times. Like, it was too much. And then when she made the phone call, or whatever kind of call from the ship, talking about, I got it, I'm on my way, over the side. Right over the side of the boat. I was done. I was so done with her. Because Luffy has won me over. He did not deserve that. So so the way he stumbled upon Zoro and then saved him, and he asked Zoro, he's like, okay, so boom, you've seen what I can do. Like, you want to be the number one swordsman? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that. But while you're like progressing to get there, do you want to be on my crew? Like, you've seen what I saved you. Like, I saved you. I got rid of your issues for you. Like, do you want to join my crew? And he was like, no. Like, again, I'll hang out with you. Like, we could travel together and we could like have each other's back along the way, but I'm not being a part of your crew. I'm not doing it. So they keep going. Like, they keep going. They keep like meeting people. So now I'm only on episode 6 in the anime series. And if you don't know, the anime series has been going on since 1997. There are literally over 1,000 episodes, and it's still going. So, like, every week, they come out with another episode. I longest running show ever. And I can see why, because, I mean, the storyline is good. But, I haven't gotten to see all of the characters in the anime. That's what I'm trying to get at. I haven't gotten to see all the characters in the anime part that I have seen in the live action version. Which the guy at the Lego store, so that's kind of how I started watching this, because the guy at the Lego store was a hell of a salesman. I was like, he was like, oh, are you getting one of the One Piece sets? And I was like, no, I don't know anything about it. In 5 minutes, he sold me on at least watching the Netflix version. He was like, watch the Netflix version. It'll introduce you to really all of the main character arcs. Like, there's 8 main character arcs, I guess, and so it'll introduce you to all of those. And then if you like that, go watch the anime version. And so we got to talking about the anime version. I was like, there's no way. And I'm in a couple of groups on Facebook, and they were talking about the anime version. And I'm on episode 739, and I'm on episode 650. My kids are on episode 450. Absolutely not. I was like, there's no way. Like, what kind of time? First of all, what kind of time do y'all have that y'all watching 600, 700, 800 episodes of this show? But I get it. I judged them too early. I shouldn't have done that, because I totally get it. You better stalk that man until he's working again to tell him what he did. Oh, I am. I plan to go back. I plan to go back to tell him what he has started. But like, it's such a good storyline. So then but he meets other characters along the way. He met this guy named Usopp. I hope I'm saying his name right. Lord, you an easy mark. Listen, don't judge me. I'm a sucker for a good backstory, especially. So if you could tell me the backstory on something, like give me the history of something and pique my interest with that, I'm pretty. You're right. We'll have to talk about it though, but you're right. If I can get an understanding about it, you're right. The only thing that has not worked for me on so far is Star Wars. Like, it's just because it's too much. It's just too much to get. But this, and I'm so excited because again, it's such a good story. The Usopp, his name is Usopp, I think. Me too, Jen. Why are these sets in my cart right now? Girl, go ahead and pull that trigger. And watch the show. I'm telling you, when you watch the show, you're going to want to build them. And in my opinion, now that I have seen the show, like I have Arlong's Park. When you get to the part of the show where they have like the scenes in Arlong's Park, I really feel like that set could have been bigger. Because to me, that's a huge part of at least the Netflix series. The Arlong's Park, like that whole situation was crazy. Oh my gosh, talking about like a twist. That was crazy. But I feel like that set could have been bigger. You did all this to avoid watching Lilo and Stitch. I did. So that damn Lilo and Stitch house. We just talked about that last week. See, I should have just bought that and moved on, but I didn't. And I don't even know why. I went to the Lego store for leaves. As much as I hate trees, and I blame Chrissy for this. Chrissy, if you are still here, this is your fault. You and Mr. Bookie Boo. I saw them trees and I was like, you know what? Those look simple enough. I'm just going to go to the pad wall and see if they have some leaves. Hard stop. And now I'm one pieced out. So, Chrissy, if you're still here, I want you to take part of this blame because you are why I went to the Lego store to begin with. Star Wars is too much, but you're watching a 1,000-episode show. We don't have to talk about how many episodes there are, okay? Did you get your leaves? We don't have to talk about the leaves either. They had leaves. They did have leaves. I did get some leaves. Yes. Among some other things. But yes, I did. I got the leaves. Okay. Did I build the trees is a better question. Because do you see some trees? There are no trees. Okay. But the story. Okay, so Usopp. I do not like the way his character. I'm thinking too deep into his character. Because Usopp is the first person, and I'm a black girl, so I'm gonna have to call this out. Usopp is the first black person that we see in the show. I appreciate that Luffy is a person of color. He's of Hispanic descent, it appears, so I appreciate that. When we meet Arlong, I'm like, okay, Arlong kind of look like, not Arlong, Usopp kind of look like me. Okay, good deal. Let's see. Usopp is a liar, and when I said like a pathological liar, and Usopp been a liar his whole life. Usopp is such a liar that the people of everybody in his town know he's a liar. Everybody. Like, he been lying since he could walk. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Commando, thanks for joining. He been lying since he can walk. And so he was a pirate watcher. Like, he's a kid. So he would sit up on the wall. And his father, we find out later on kind of in the show that his father was a pirate. So he would run through the town. The pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. Scaring the hell out of everybody. And they're like, oh my God, the pirates are coming. Put your stuff up. Because again, pirates are thieves. Like, they come to ravish the town. Bricks, Big and Little, thanks for joining. They come to do damage. So he would be running through the town, like, warning people. The pirates are coming. The pirates are coming. The pirates were never coming. So when he got to be about, it looked like 10, 12, people would be like, go sit down. Like, ain't no pirates coming. We already know. Like, but the thing was, he would say the pirates were coming. His mother was sick. And so he basically he thought that if he would say that his father was coming home, the pirates are coming, that his mom would be sick. His mom would get better. Yes, the boy who cried pirate, the boy who cried wolf, saying, yes, that was him. He was a liar. And so listen, the same story, basically, if you know the story of the boy who cried wolf, when he really needed some help, he couldn't find any because nobody believed him. Same storyline. Only got the time to wish you a great weekend. All right, have a good weekend, my friend. I hope you have a great time. But yeah, so Usopp, I didn't like the fact that he was a liar. His father was not around, like all the typical stereotypes. It was still a good story, still a good character, but I felt some kind of way about that. But he was the biggest liar. Oh my God. But the fact that he was a good storyteller came in clutch. I will say that. I'm not going to give you too much on that because just in case you watch the show, like you want to be able to get that on your own. But he came in clutch, but he was a liar. Yeah, I'm like, so if like, that's like the first few episodes, I feel like that's enough to like get you in there so that you know what you're getting into. But like, even just watching, I think I'm on episode like 7 of the anime version. And it's still like there are new characters. I learned new characters, new storylines. Like, I feel like when I was watching the first episode of the anime version, I was like, well, damn, that's like the first 3 episodes of the Netflix version in the first 10 minutes of the anime version. But like they just tell the story a different way. So it's the same characters. It's kind of the same-ish storylines. It's not to the point where it's like, oh, you said you met him in the vineyard and you actually met him in the meadow. Like, it's not like completely different. Like, this is nowhere near how it happened. It is similar. It's similar enough to where you could be like, okay, I can see how Netflix would have condensed the story to be able to put it into a shorter time frame. Again, this is 8 episodes that they pulled from 1,000. Mav, my friend, thanks for joining. Welcome to Sip and Bill Fridays. So I could see like the difference. I'm watching Sandman now. I'm not starting that anime. I won't get nothing else on my watch list done. You won't. You will not. Every time I turn on my TV, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not ashamed. I watched the Netflix version twice. So like, I finished it. I went to go watch something else, and I couldn't get it off my mind. So I went and watched it again. Like, it's just that good to me. It was worth watching twice. And I was building when I was watching it the first time. So I was kind of like, multitasking and watching it. And y'all know how terrible I am at that, obviously. But like, it's just such a good show. And again, this is my first thing. So some people, you might meet somebody who like is really into anime or who really loves anime, and they might be like, One Piece is the lamest, most terrible anime that's out. I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. I've never seen anything else. I can say this one kept my attention. It kept me interested. It makes me want to build the sets. I'm gonna like start building the sets. But like it made me want to watch it again, and so I did. It made me want to start the anime version, and so I did. So like, this Shanks is where Luffy gets the straw hat from. Shanks is a pirate. So okay, I told y'all the show's been on since 1997. I'm gonna regret asking this question, but where are the anime episodes? On Netflix. So go to Netflix, type in One Piece, and I promise you'll get like 13 little squares that come up across the bottom. Like, anything you ever want to watch One Piece is on Netflix. It is leaving soon. Like, all of the little boxes say leaving soon, but so go watch it if you're gonna watch it. But that's where it is. It's on Netflix. So this is Shanks. Little backstory on Shanks. Shanks is the only example of a pirate that Luffy had. Shanks and his crew were cool. Like, they weren't like your typical pirates. They weren't like grimy and mean. They were like good-spirited, good-hearted people. Almost like they went to go steal from people to bring it back to their village and like feed the people and all the other things. This been on since 1997, and I even did some research. Nobody knows who Luffy's parents are. So Luffy is always hanging out at the parties, which is this little shack where they go and drink and hang out. I don't know why he's always there. At first I thought Mankino, who is the lady who runs the pirates or the parties, I thought Mankino was his mother. That is not his mother. They are not related. Nobody knows who his parents are. We do find out who Luffy's grandfather is. Let me tell you something. When you find out who Luffy's grandfather is, and when you find out how, like, the way you find out who Luffy's grandfather is like, what? That's your grandfather? And you out here doing this? Yeah, it's very interesting, but nobody knows who his parents are. So Shanks was like his male example, the male example in his life. And so that's why he wanted to be a pirate, because he saw Shanks and his crew and how good they were to the people. And so he used to always tell Shanks, I'm gonna be a pirate, I'm gonna be a pirate. And Shanks was not one to mince words, even with kids. He used to be like, no, you're not tough enough, you're not brave enough, you're not big enough, like, cut it out, you need to go sit down somewhere. And Luffy used to be like, nah, I am, just watch. And I told you, Luffy likes to eat. So I'll tell you this, and y'all probably know this from last week. A bunch of the Lego stores had a take and build. And if you don't know what One Piece is, you don't know what the hell that take and build was. Because when I left and I came home and watched the show, I was so mad that I missed that take and build. I did not take it home to build it, because I was like, I don't even know what that is. I don't want that. I was so mad. But it's the gum gum fruit. And the gum gum fruit is called the devil's fruit, right? So the lore about the gum gum fruit is it has different effects on different people. So it gives different people like different abilities. But the one thing that it has in common is that it makes the sea betray you, meaning that it was literally just the purple sphere. It was gum fruit. So it makes the sea betray you, and that means that you can have all these powers, all these abilities, whatever. You always take free Lego regardless. Of course I did it, even having no idea what it was. I did not. I was like, what? And then there were like a bunch of kids there. The kids all knew what it was. And so I was like, no, just let them have it. But I really wish I would have taken it now that I know what it is. But I was like, so the gum fruit, the only thing is it makes it so you can't swim, basically. So the sea will betray you, meaning that you can have all these powers, but if you get in the water, it's a wrap. You can't swim. So it takes away your ability to swim. So Luffy, being the eater that he is, so they all come back, and then Shanks and his crew, being pirates, they bring back like gold and jewels and all kinds of treasures. And so they had devil's fruit. And, you know, they just unpacking the stuff. Luffy going through trying to find some food. He ends up eating some of the gum fruit. Nobody knows he ate the gum fruit. So they had this little altercation. Somebody tried to test Shanks gangster. Shanks did not, you know, he didn't get bothered. He didn't react. And Luffy got mad. Like, you know, you let him come in here and test you like that. Who else just put on One Piece on Netflix? It said, did Jin send you? Oh man, yes, good. Y'all start watching it. Right now, it's your 15 minutes. At 10 o'clock, we all gonna go watch it. We're gonna boost the ratings. But so Shank, like he went and he ate the fruit, and then he comes back. So yeah, this guy comes in and he tries to like punk Shanks or whatever. Shanks kind of laughs it off and was like, whatever, dude, just go away. Like, you're not really phasing me. So Luffy gets pissed, like, bro, how you gonna let him come in here and test you like that? Like, you ain't no real pirate. You talking about, I'm not a pirate. Like, I'm not a man. I'm not ready. You ain't no real pirate. You just let him come in here and talk to you like that. So he gets pissed off. So Shank goes to, like, grab him, you know, snatch him up, like, look, kid, who you talking to? And he, like, pulls back and he, like, pulls away. And his, like, arm, like, stretches back. So that's how they found out that Luffy ate the gum fruit. Oh, you can't tell Luffy nothing now. Now that he ate the gum fruit, he's for sure like, I'm going to be the king of the pirates. Like, and that's why, like, throughout the whole show, he's just so super chill and so nonchalant. And when people meet him, he's like, I'm going to be the king of the pirates. And they're like, what? And then he shows them, like, something happens and he shows them his powers. And he's like, I told you I'm going to be the king of the pirates. Only so far in the Netflix series, I can't say like the anime series, but in the Netflix series, only one other person has devil fruit's power. And we won't have to talk about him because I don't really like him. I don't like him. But Buggy is the other person. There is a set. I think it's, I don't know, it's Buggy Circus or something like that. I don't know. The set is like a clown tent. The Lego set is a clown's tent. Buggy is a clown, but he's a pirate. Also, for all the mini collectors, for each set you buy, there's a little wanted poster. So people are starting to collect the wanted posters of all the pirates, which is super cool. That's a cool idea to do. But yeah, Buggy is another one. They also have a brick head of Buggy. I don't really like him either. I don't like his attitude. Like, I don't like his attitude. He has the same powers as Luffy, so he thinks he's on the same level as Luffy, and he's really not. Like, he's a jerk. He talks too much. Like, I just don't like Buggy. But he's very important in the storyline. So I guess he's necessary. But I don't know. I hope I've given y'all enough without too much. When you meet Arlong, he's going to piss you off too. But, you know, like, when you find out the backstory of Arlong, that really made me mad. And I know you have to have an antagonist. But I really wanted to like Arlong because he sounds like Idris Elba. Judge whatever you want, say whatever you want, like, have whatever feelings you want to have about what I just said. He sounds like Idris Elba, so I really wanted to like him. Okay? I really wanted to, but I could not because of his actions. So do with that what you want. I'd rather watch... Yeah, see, I don't know anything about those. Buggy Fig is great though. He says it with a smile, with his whole chest the whole time. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. You want to join my crew? And everybody, the whole time, I felt so bad for Luffy because they like, nope. The whole time. Even when they secure a boat, Luffy's like, look, we got a boat. Like, the story behind the Going Merry is super cool. Like, if you have the Going Merry, if you want to build the Going Merry, I have to say it right. If you want to build the Going Merry, at least go watch the first 4 episodes of the Netflix series, because that will give you what you need to know about the Going Merry. But it's like, it's a dope story about how it came to be. But even when they secured the boat, and Luffy and all of the crew was on the boat. He like, look, we a crew. I got a name for us, the Straw Hat Crew. They was like, bro, I'm not calling myself that. Everybody was like, absolutely not. No. And of course, he got the straw hat from Shanks, because Shanks' last trip, he went away. And Shanks being who he is, Luffy was like, when you coming back? He was like, I'm not. And Luffy was like, what you mean you're not coming back? So they had this little moment or whatever. Shanks was like, here, I love this hat more than anything else. Take care of my hat for me, blah, blah, blah. So that's where he got the straw hat from. So, of course, he wanted his crew to be called the Straw Hat Crew. And they were like, no, like, absolutely not. Yeah, it's a lot of, Luffy is very confident. And that's what I love about him. Like, he don't care. He's super fearless. He is very confident in who he is. He's very confident in his abilities. He's confident in his abilities to like protect his people. He don't play about his friends. Like, it's just such a cool storyline, and you don't expect it. Like, it's very unexpected. His actions, just the way that he's super like, why can't you? Like, you don't want to be on this boat, then come with me. Or you don't want to be stuck under his rule, then come with me. Or you don't want to be tied up, then come with me. Why can't you? Oh, if you untie me, then they're going to kill you. No, they're not. Like, that's his whole attitude the whole time. Like, they're going to kill you. No, they're not. You coming or not? Like, it's just such a vibe. Like, I don't know. You know, I had a Dusty ex that was super into One Piece. So I feel like, yes, reclaim your time, girl. We can take it back. Take back the One Piece, because it's worth it. I hate I passed them up at Target yesterday. Listen, I'm not here to get anybody to spend any extra money, and y'all know I say that all the time. I'm not here to get you to spend your money. I'm just here to share my experience with you. Do with it what you please. But my son and brother, my son and brother are a huge fan of Japanese anime, and they watched One Piece together. Yes, this is my first go around. I can't say that I will start watching other anime, because there's not like something that's grabbing me about anime in general to say I will watch other like shows. It's just this storyline is just really interesting to me. I really enjoy it. Other people might watch the Netflix version, and that might be enough. Like, it might be enough for them. I don't know. I wanted to see more after that. So that's the only reason I went to the cartoon. Even after I kept saying, I said multiple times, I'm not watching it. It's too many episodes, but here we are. I think we can just come to Sip and Bill Fridays and get Jen's synopsis so we don't have to watch it. We could do that. You know, I could go back and we could do episode by episode. That's fine. But I'm telling you, like, I really, really think it's a good show. Nami, I'm telling you, if you and I are anything alike, you are not gonna like Nami. I did not like her until I understood her story, and by then, like, it was almost the end of the series, so I didn't fool with her for most of the show. I kept asking, why is she still here? Like, why is she still around? Throw her over the side of the boat. Like, and you know, I'm all about girl power, women empowerment, all of that. But I really wanted them to toss her over the side of the boat. Like, I was not feeling Nami at all. But, I mean, everybody has their purpose. That's, like, if you're not used to, one of the things with the anime, and I like it because, again, I love to know the backstory. But a lot of people, as I was reading through, like, articles and stuff like that, because I got in deep. The sequel can be Jen's version. But a lot of people don't like the flashbacks. So if you're not into like, if you've never seen anime, they do a lot of like flashbacks to tell the story. Like, so something will happen and then they'll do like they call it, it's not called a flashback, it's called something else. But they go back and then they tell you the backstory and then they come back. A lot of people don't like that. I love it because I want to know as much as I can know about what's going on. So they do that a lot in the anime version and they do it kind of in the Netflix version too. So just be prepared for that. But it's for the good. It's not like they do it too much, but it's just to really help you, like give you background on the character and like how they got to where they are. It's especially good for Zoro because you get to know like why he is the way he is. Luffy too. Like you get to see Luffy as a kid. Luffy was the cutest kid. Oh my gosh. Usopp was the cutest kid too. He's just a liar. And I can't stand a liar. Luffy, but though it was super cute. Luffy is not that type. He wasn't going to do that. Somebody could have tossed over. I'm not saying Luffy had to toss over the edge. I thought at one point Zoro was going to toss over the edge because I thought Zoro saw through her. I just knew that he was going to pull Luffy to the side like, bro, she ain't it. But it never happened. And I don't know. I feel like Zoro was so caught up in his own like mission. And then I for sure like, at the Baratier, I think I said it. Yeah, the Baratier. When they were there and the little situation happened, Jin was ready to get on that ship and toss her. I was like, why is she still here? You ever had somebody around you like, girl, go home, like read the room. This is not it. Like, I was ready for her to bounce. But like, when they were at the Baratier, I thought it was over. Like, I thought that was the last episode. I literally paused it and was like, is this it? Like, it wasn't. But that's the kind of emotions I had watching that episode. It's just good. It's just a really good show. I think they do a good balance of like just keeping it interesting. It's a little bit of comedy in there, a little bit of humor, lots of action. So if you like action stuff, of course, it's anime. So like there's fighting and stuff like that. It's not gory. There's not like a bunch of blood or nothing like that. But it's just really, really good. I recommend it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Lego Longoria, thanks for joining. If anybody were to ask me about One Piece a week ago, I would have been like, what is Lego doing? Why are we just pulling themes out of the air? But now, sell me up. Now, Lego Meowtown keeps trying to say that when Pokemon comes out, I'm going to be easy sell. And I'm telling you, my brain, the way that my brain is set up, it does not compute Pokemon. Like, I don't understand it. I will try again. At this point in my life, I'm willing to try again. But my brain just does not, it just does not compute. I don't know. The Pikachu, like, I don't get it. But I'll try. Like, we'll see. I've tried to watch, I think I tried to watch the Pikachu movie. They did a live action movie, right? I tried to watch something. I want to say it was a live action version. And I was just lost because I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand the characters. And if you tell me I have to watch the anime cartoon to understand the characters, I don't know that I can do that. I will try, but I don't know that I can. But back to One Piece. If you want to watch something good this weekend, if you don't have plans this weekend, go ahead and just turn on Netflix, grab a build, and just put it on and just watch it. And it will catch your attention. Again, like the very beginning is like, just don't let the very beginning. The very beginning is interesting because at the very beginning, the opening shot is them capturing Roger Gold and like really kicking it off. Hey D, thanks for joining. It's okay. We know you was out in those streets. I'm glad you made it home safe. But the beginning is them capturing Gold Roger and like really talking about how the era kicked off. So, I don't want you to like look at that and be like, oh, cause it kind of gives like, are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? What is it? Gladiator. Like, it kind of gives Gladiator vibes at the beginning. And I really, really, really like Gladiator, if you can't tell. I really like that movie. So I was like, what is this? From the very beginning. But if you're not into that kind of movie, just let it go. Like, let it build up. Once you see Luffy, you're gonna be hooked. Like, he's such a goofball. Like, but once you get to know him, he's just such the oddest, like, he's just the oddest protagonist. Like, he's the superhero. He's just the weirdest superhero, the most quirky. I don't call him weird, but he's just super quirky. My kids had me knowing way more about Pokemon than I chose, but here I am now. Yeah, like, and that's the thing too. Like, a lot of people's kids, I got weirded out by Pokemon during Pokemon Go. And like when that whole thing kicked off during COVID. And it's because I used to live right across the street from this huge park, and I got so paranoid. Y'all know I watch a lot of Dateline. So all I saw were these people walking around the parks, like, with their phones. And I'm like, the conspiracy theorist in me was like, okay, now is this the apocalypse? Like, are zombies taking over? Like, are people zombies now? Like, they're just walking around looking at their phones the whole park? Is it like, what am I missing? Like, I don't know. And then I would go over there and try to, like, ask people, and they would get super annoyed. Like, it's Pokemon Go. We're looking for Pikachu, whatever they were looking for. I don't know. I got thrown off. So, yeah, folks walking past my window 20 times a day. I just didn't get it. Like, and I heard that it's pretty fun. It gets people to go all around the world. Like, it felt like a Black Mirror prank. Exactly. Like when that girl was stuck in that park and she didn't know that she was the amusement. She didn't know that she was the attraction. That's what it felt like. That exact Black Mirror is a perfect example. That's another one. If you have never watched Black Mirror on Netflix, 10 out of 10 out of 10. I recommend it. I think they're on season 7 now, 6 or 7. They're all standalone episodes. Most of them don't have anything to do with each other, but that is top shelf TV right there. Especially if you're into, like, conspiracy theories and, like, futuristic kind of dystopian kind of stuff like that. Like, Black Mirror is very much that. And if you've seen the episodes, this is probably like an Easter egg, but they use one of my favorite songs in every episode. There's always a version of what is the name of the song? Anybody who knows what love is will understand. Now I gotta look it up. Oh, what is the name of the song? Hold on. I gotta find the name of the song, or else I'm not gonna be able to. My mind is just not gonna let it go. But they use a version of that song. There's someone singing the song, or the song is playing in the background, or like that's a song that they continuously use. I don't know why it's called Anyone Who Knows What Love Is, and it's by a lady called Irma Thomas. It's a very, very, very old song. I think it's like from the 40s, I want to say. Yes, Irma Thomas is from the 50s. I love the song just as it is. But if you watch Black Mirror, in every single episode, it's either playing on the radio, or somebody's singing it on karaoke, or somebody's just singing it in general. It's playing on the radio. In every episode, it's in the show. So there's like little Easter eggs like that. But the show is really good. I don't know how we got on. My mom mentioned Black Mirror, but that's another really good one. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I don't know. I don't think I watch a lot of TV, but I feel like as we're talking tonight, I kind of do watch a lot of TV. But I like quirky stuff, like stuff that'll keep my attention. So Black Mirror is one of those. Black Mirror also has this interactive, I'm going to age myself a little bit, but if you remember back in the day, they used to have books. It was kind of like a tell your own story kind of thing. So like, you would read to the end of the page, and at the bottom of the page, it would say, if you want this to happen, go to this page. If you want this to happen, go to this page. And you would like, it's choose your own adventure. So Black Mirror had an episode like choose your own adventure. And again, all of this is on Netflix. But you go and like you're watching the movie, and then all of a sudden the movie stops, and you have to pick on your screen like what happens next, and so you like pick the scenes as you go, and it's such a cool experience. Like, of course I watched it multiple times because I had to pick each one just to see how it ended up. They still make those. They do still make them. They call them something else though. It's not called Choose Your Own Adventure anymore. I just saw an advertisement for it on YouTube. But yes, Black Sabbath Studios, thanks for joining. Welcome to Sip and Build Fridays. But yes, they have an episode like that, an interactive episode like that. So if you didn't have anything to watch this weekend, or if you were looking for something to watch, I feel like I've given you some gems. If nothing else, you can go watch One Piece. And just, I want to know what you think. So like, if you watch it and you like it, inbox me. If you hate it, I want to know. Like, if it's not for you, I totally get it. Like, it's not going to be for everybody. But I really think, what I want to know is if you've never seen anime before, if you've never watched anything like that before, and you watched it, I want to know what you think. Like, did you like it? Is it just me? Like, am I just gullible? Am I just an easy target? Or did you really like it? I really want to know. Yeah. So that's all I have. Trying to think. I didn't build any of this set today, but I do have something to show y'all. I did build something. I built the Lunar New Year parade, which was Bandersnatch. Yes, Bandersnatch is the name of the movie, the Black Mirror interactive movie. It's called Bandersnatch. Thank you so much. You came right on time, Brick Sabbath. Thank you so much. That is the name of it, Bandersnatch. But if you type in Black Mirror in your Netflix browser, it'll come up as part of the Black Mirror collection. Good point. So I'll show you the Lunar Parade. This set surprised me in a bunch of different ways. I did not know there was so much motion in this set. Anybody who's ever built it, you already know what I'm talking about. There was a lot of motion in this set. It came with 18 minifigs. Y'all know how excited I was about that. I did open the box and I put some stuff together. See how you do me? Look at this. Don't act like that. I got to page 2 of this thing. And I think I did a good job because I feel like I helped a lot of people learn about One Piece tonight. Mod Mom, don't give me such a hard time. I think I did good tonight. Potentially. I think you learned more from me talking about it than you would have if I would have just built the set. Just pay attention to the parade that's coming, okay? Be kind to me. Okay, y'all, watch this. You just got here. You don't have no room to talk either. Look at this. Focus on the parade. Look at the movement. Can you guys see? I'm gonna have to go a couple times. You have now sipped and built. Yep, because I just took a sip and I built a little bit. And I'm showing you my build now. Do you see the girl playing the drum back here? She's beating the drum. Watch. Do you see that? And look at this. The rabbit in the front. And then the dragon in the back turns. This is going to go. There is going to be like a Lunar New Year theme kind of on one of the shelves. I was going to put it on the top shelf, like that's where all the stuff is now, but I think I'm going to rearrange the shelves because I want this one to be like eye level. I got to figure out what to put on that top shelf though, because there's some room up there, but it has to like meet like right under that shelf. If you can see that, like it goes back far, but it has to be something short enough to go under the shelf. So I have to figure out what that is. What's that set? Yes, allow me to influence you on something else. It is set 80111. It is the Lunar New Year Parade set. I love introducing new sets to you that you've never seen, Debbie. I get a kick out of that every time. 80111 Lunar New Year Parade. And it comes with 18 minifigures. I'll show you the minifigs. You know I can always make time to show you the minifigs that came with it. There's a bunch of these people like playing musical instrument. They all pretty much have on the same outfit. We gotta get some light if we're gonna be showing the minifigs because we gotta do them right. Hold on. Hold on, let me see what I can finagle. One day we're gonna get this lighting situation a little bit better. One day I'm gonna have like studio lighting. Okay, look. They all have on the same like green little celebratory outfit. But look at these symbols. How cute. She got some, I was about to call them srirachas. That is not what that's called. It's an old set. It's retired. You know I'm already mad about the reunion set. Now this. Well, now you can buy them together because they're kind of like the same theme. Now you have an excuse. You can say you're collecting a theme. Right? There you go. You're welcome. This person came with a little person. I don't know. There's a couple of kids in here. Like, I like that I got some kids in this set. I haven't had a bunch of tiny people. A couple of people came in costume. You know, I love some people dressed up. I thought this was very appropriate because he's a pirate. He had a sign. It came off. Hold on. No, printed pieces in this. Although I will show you one piece that I thought was very pretty. It was a printed piece, kind of. But this is like a knight. He's like a kid. His helmet is too big. This, of course, I adore. This little rabbit guy. Again, more people with instruments. I thought these signs were super cute. They're like a vinyl, it feels like. Kind of. And then they're on these clear stands. So when you stand them up... Hold on, when you stand them up, they kind of look like they're in motion. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can see it. You get the gist. You get the gist of it. So a bunch of them came with these so that you can line them up like along the floats. This one came with some boba tea. I thought that was cute. Brick Building Mama, thanks for joining. Brick Rich, my friend, welcome. You just got here for your favorite part. I'm showing all of the minifigs that came with the Lunar New Year Parade set. This guy came with these. I want to say maybe these are firecrackers. I don't know. I could be making that up. I don't really know what this is, but there it is. Some of them came with these masks. So like these, the ones that had these flags. You can use these, like you can replace their heads with this. They're like masks, but I'm trying to get them to hold it. So a couple of them came with those. There was 2. And then this is another kid. This is Mr. Tang, and I don't know, like, I thought he only came in Monkey Kid sets, but I guess that is not the case. I don't know. But I like her. I love this headpiece, the hat with the 2 pigtails. I have a couple of those. I think that's super cool. This guy has on a jetpack. I don't know enough to know why he has on a jetpack, but he does. And then this kid has... I thought it was a shish kebab. I could be wrong. This was a shish kebab in another set, though. So I don't know what it is in this set, but I know in previous sets it was a shish kebab. And then these come apart. So they can be standalone, which I think is also cool. So you can pull them apart. And then this is basically what connects them together. There's like this ball joint. And so if you want to display them like just single standalone, you can do that. And then this piece just goes right there. And so then you can just display them however you want to do it. It's the purple spaceman. No, because he didn't come with the spaceman jacket. This is what he came in. So maybe it is like repurposed. The spaceman decided to just flip his shirt. He decided to just change his shirt. Potentially. Because you're right. He is the spaceman just without the shirt. I didn't even pay attention to that before. You're exactly right. Yeah. I don't know what that is then. I have no idea. But this is the piece that I wanted to show you. That I thought was super cute. This printed piece is gorgeous. It's like a really thick vinyl. But it's so pretty. And it's like reflective, as you can see. Like, it's so good. And just the detail, like, of the drum. And there's technique involved in each of these. So, of course, because they all move. So that's what gives it the motion. But just like the detail in all of them. Like, the base of all of them is built the same. But all of the stuff around the sides is kind of different. So it's different enough to where it's not a repetitive build. Like, they all start the same, kind of with the same base, but they get different along the way. This one was really cool to build because it was one where I was like, I think I know what's happening, but I'm not really sure what this rat is gonna do. Yeah, and you can see kind of all the guts that are going on under there. And then I thought this Lego dragon was cool. It has a bunch of Lego stickers, so that's something else you get. If you want to save these stickers and repurpose them for something else, you get a bunch of Lego stickers in here with the blocks. And you see the dragon. The dragon was pretty cool to build. They gave you a lot of places to like stand the minifigs like on the floats, so I thought that was pretty cool. It's a good set. I've had it for a little bit, but I know that if you want it, you can still buy it. Of course, on eBay. Everything's on eBay if you want it, but I'm pretty sure you can find this anywhere. It's not hard to find at all. I have a couple more in my cart. There's one that I really want that I've only seen in a couple places. I don't know if I'm gonna get it though, because as bad as I want it, I'm really trying to be more intentional with what I buy on my shelf, because I don't want to like overcrowd stuff. So yeah, that one is the coolest. Yeah, this one, I like this one, and I like there's like a festival, like I can't think of the name of it, but it's almost like a farmer's market kind of Lunar New Year kind of thing. Why was I so close to the camera? Gosh, y'all should have told me to back up some. Yeah, but it was really good. They have a few of them that I really like. And then some people have like a little Lunar New Year section in their city, and they use the brickheads as like statues in the city, in the portion of the city, and I think that's so cool. Like the snake, you know how they do like every year they do the Chinese New Year symbol, so like the year of the pig, the year of the snake. I think last year was the year of the snake. So like they have those like as statues around that part of their city. I think that's dope. So yeah, I built that this week. I think that's the only thing I built this week. I've been working on something else. I got sent a couple of things from a couple of brands, so you'll see that from me this week. And I think that's it. Oh, this is the other set that I got. So now that you know a little bit about One Piece, and I've told you about Arlong and Arlong's Park, this is you get this minifig in here. So you see this is Luffy all stretched out, so you know I wasn't lying when I said he had superpowers. In this one you get, it's so cool that I know who these are. So this one you actually get Nami in this set. You get Nami and Usopp and Arlong and Chu. If you want to throw out your Nami minifig, I wouldn't even care. Usopp, you get the little liars in here too. Arlong, when you meet Arlong, he's a cool character. He's alright for a protagonist, you know. You love to hate him, but it's just such a good show. I'm really interested to see what you think. Like, y'all might watch it and be like, this is trash. What is Jen talking about? If you feel that way, I want to know. I want you to be kind when you tell me. Don't come at me crazy. I want you to be kind. But I want to know. Like, I want to know if you think I oversold it. I want to know. I want to know if you think I did too much. But I think it is. Awesome live. See you next week. Gonna have some dinner. All right, yes, go have some dinner. Yes, and it's 10:15. I got a little carried away tonight. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna let y'all go. But if you don't do anything else, at least go watch one episode of One Piece. That's all I'm gonna say. Go watch one episode of One Piece. If you get lost in the sauce and you watch all 8, wonderful. If that leads you into the anime space, welcome. I hope that you continue to watch it with me, because that's where I will be. If you go watch Black Mirror, go listen to the song first so that you'll know to listen for it throughout the episodes. If you've already watched Black Mirror, go listen to the song, and I bet you'll remember it because it'll jog your memory. I really, really like the song. It's such a sad, like, when you hear the lyrics, you'll be like, girl, you need to get it together. But like, it's just a typical sad, sorry love song, but it's so good to me. I really like it. I really enjoy it. So if you like it, check it out. But that's all I have. So I'm going to go finish building One Piece. I'm going to turn One Piece back on. And I hope you have a good weekend. If you're interested, I'll be here tomorrow. I'm going to my mailbox tomorrow. I do have some things to pick up from my mailbox tomorrow, or at least one thing that I'm really looking forward to opening. So yes, please join me tomorrow, 2:00 p.m. I will be here hanging out. Good night from Dublin Legorama. Good night, Bricktina. Good night, Got Some Bricks. Good night, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I will talk to you later. If you built something tonight, hashtag Sip and Build Fridays. I want to see it. Tag me in it so I can repost it. I hope you have a good night. Bye, everybody.